On July 8, 2025, during what should have been a predictable all-star draft, Caitlin Clark rewrote the rules literally. She traded her coach, Cheryl Reeve, live on air and brought in Sandy Brondello instead. The move wasn't just bold. It was strategic, controversial, and iconic, and Sabrina Ionescu. She had thoughts. Caitlin Clark breaks the format live. What started out as a standard WNBA All-Star selection turned into something historic the second Caitlin Clark dropped the bomb. On live television, she announced that Team Clark would no longer be coached by Cheryl Reeve. Instead, she was bringing in New York Liberty head coach Sandy Brondello. No one expected it. No one even knew it was allowed. But Caitlin didn't wait for approval. Sorry WNBA if that's not in the rules. Sorry ESPN if that's not in the rules. But we just made it a rule, she said with a smirk. That sentence alone created headlines, trending hashtags, and a whole lot of behind-the-scenes chatter. The whole thing played out like an improv skit, except it was 100% real. And it left Cheryl Reeve on the outside looking in. Sabrina Ionescu steps into the spotlight. Then came Sabrina Ionescu, already drafted to Team Clark, watching her own Liberty coach get pulled into the chaos. Her reaction? Gold. She leaned in and said with that trademark grin, "You can't escape me." That line instantly became a social media moment, screenshotted, memed, and quoted everywhere. But her response wasn't just a playful jab, it was layered. Sabrina knows Brondello's system inside and out. She's played under her, thrived in her system, and helped the Liberty climb to title contention. Having that familiarity in an exhibition game, that's not just chemistry, it's an advantage. Sabrina wasn't just along for the ride. She understood the implications and delivered her thoughts with poise, charm, and just enough edge to keep everyone guessing how she really felt about the trade. Sandy Brondello finds out she's been traded. On the other side of this live shuffle was Sandy Brondello, who didn't even know she'd been traded until after it happened. Her response? Totally unbothered. With a laugh, she admitted, "I've got to go look at who I got traded to. I have no idea what the teams are." But the coolest moment came when she shared a text from her son. "Mom, you're famous. You got traded as a coach." That's when it hit everyone. This wasn't just a fun twist. It was WNBA history. Sandy was now the first coach ever to be traded during an all-star draft, and the way she handled it with humor, calm, and excitement was a masterclass in professionalism. The real reason Caitlin rejected Cheryl Reeve. Behind the laughs and chaos, though, was a story that had deeper roots. The decision to remove Cheryl Reeve wasn't just random. Reeve, after all, was the head coach of Team USA during the 2024 Olympics, the same roster that did not include Caitlin Clark. That snub made waves around the basketball world. Fans questioned it, analysts debated it, and Caitlin? She stayed silent. Until now. By trading Reeve off her all-star team, Caitlin made a quiet but bold statement. She didn't need to bring up the Olympics. She didn't need to throw shade. She let the trade speak for itself. "You don't want me on your Olympic roster? You don't get to coach me at the All-Star game either." That's leadership through action and a level of power most second-year players don't have. The media goes into overdrive. As soon as Caitlin made the trade, the media exploded. Commentators on ESPN were scrambling to figure out whether coach trades were even legal in the All-Star draft. Social media lit up. Fans either praised Caitlin for her confidence or criticized her for disrespecting a decorated coach like Cheryl Reeve. But what most people missed was how well everyone involved handled it. Cheryl didn't throw shade back. Sandy stayed calm and collected. And Sabrina added humor without turning it into drama. The WNBA showed that even in the middle of a headline-grabbing moment, it still has the maturity and professionalism that fans respect. The best 7 plays that defined this all-star twist. Let's break down the most iconic plays, both literal and metaphorical, from this unforgettable draft night drama. The coach trade itself. Caitlin Clark trading Cheryl Reeve for Sandy Brondello live on television will be remembered as the move that changed the all-star format forever. Sorry WNBA, we just made it a rule. One of the most confident statements ever made during a live draft. It was spontaneous, strategic, and unforgettable. Sabrina's "You Can't Escape Me," not just funny, but a reminder of how tightly knit the WNBA player-coach relationships really are. Cheryl coaching Collier. After being traded, Reeve ended up coaching her own player, Nafisa Collier, on Team Wilson. That dynamic was strange but fascinating to watch unfold. The media spiral. From ESPN analysts to Twitter users, no one knew how to handle the moment, proving that unfiltered spontaneity beats any scripted segment. Player empowerment in 2025. What this all really comes down to is power. Player empowerment. Caitlin Clark didn't just make a flashy move, she set a precedent. She showed that players can control the narrative, even in exhibition games, that they can demand the environment they thrive in, that chemistry matters more than politics. This wasn't just about a grudge, it was about a second-year player using her voice and influence to shape her experience on her terms. And that influence isn't going away anytime soon. The fact that Sabrina Ionescu, a respected veteran and face of the league, stood by it and leaned into the moment that gave it legitimacy. Sabrina didn't need to co-sign the move with words. Her smile, her timing, her understanding of what the trade meant, it was all there. What comes next? This one coach trade may have permanently shifted how all-star games are run. What if players start lobbying for their preferred coaches in future exhibitions? What if fans expect that kind of drama every year now? The door is open. Caitlin walked through it, and now the league has to figure out what it wants to do with the moment. And that's the beauty of it. This wasn't scripted, it wasn't a league promotion. It was raw, unexpected, and 100% authentic. From Caitlin's gutsy call to Sabrina's iconic reaction to Sandy's grace and humor, this was the kind of sports moment that sticks with people. So the real question now is this: will the WNBA embrace this chaos moving forward? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should all-star coach trades become a regular thing? Or did Caitlin Clark just pull off the most legendary one-and-done move in league history? Whatever happens next, one thing's clear: Sabrina didn't hold back, and neither did Caitlin.